on changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's Goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. They don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live
in the building, and it's a Sunday too. We need the organ playing. You know what I'm saying? You understand? But what's happening? We live, man. Hey, it's a beautiful Sunday, and we got a lot to talk about, man. The combine going crazy, and it looks like your Dallas Cowboys playing the pick. So what you think, man?
Man, we do got a lot to talk about because it do seem like that they want to pick with those 2 top 20 picks. It makes a lot of sense, you know, getting 2 high caliber players on rookie deals, especially if they really serious about busting the budget like Jerry Jones was talking about. Like Jerry Jones said, he finna drop his nuts to spend some money. You remember I told you they got to go out there and just throw all the money.
Jerry throw all the money.
Yeah. So I think they should do. I think they should do so, and I think it would be, you know, imperative to get you some young guys in here, you know, so that you can sort of counteract some of that. Like if you cash out somewhere, you got to go cheap somewhere else. And what's a better low budget way of getting high quality talent and being cheap than the draft? Drafting in the first round, having 2 first round picks.
Facts. And I think the most important part is what position we choose to go with. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in favor too much of getting somebody that's, you know, an edge rusher or something, unless it's one of the big guys that we know. Like they've been talking real crazy about Bane, saying his arm's short and stuff. They all love Bailey, so he's not gonna be in your reach. It look like everybody love Bailey. Probably. Yeah, they love him.
I love him.
Yeah, I seen him in person, and that dude really liked that. But I think Bane could slide, but I don't know if he gonna slide to us. So How you feel about all these technical, prototypical type size and measurements for these players, man? Do you think you could just be a ball player instead of just, measuring up like a Greek god they want you to be?
Depends on the player. How you say that systems and schemes and shit like that, situations they make or break a player. That's the same thing. It just depends on the kind of player, the kind of the kind of skill set they have. You can be a 5'11" quarterback and go to the Hall of Fame. Ask Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You can be 6'6", 6'5" as a quarterback and be sorry as hell. What's that boy Paxton Lynch? That boy wasn't shit. So it really depends, man. Now I understand there are some things like if you're a 200, and listen, even for the situation I'm finna give you, there's always the what's the word I'm looking for? The exception. I'm finna say you don't want to have a sub 300-pound offensive lineman. Then I thought about Jason Kelsey was a little ass center. That boy was under 300 pounds his entire career, and that boy one of the best centers they ever played.
Yeah, it's anomalies, and I know if the numbers say, I always say the exception don't make the rule. So if that's true, I can get it. Like, say for instance, if like 90 percentile of them don't work, you probably shouldn't go, go that route that much, unless you just feel it in your heart or you just feel like you can't miss on this guy. You know what I'm saying? I think it is certain situations where it's like, I don't care. Like Caleb Downs, bro, they talking about his measurements ain't right, his arm short, his cone drill messed up. Bro, do you want a cone drilling ass dude or you want a football player, man? Like, let me know what you want. That's what I'm saying. Like, how could your stock rise so high or drop so low off of something that's not even doing football stuff? Like, something that's not even, like, technically football. Like, that's that analytical nerd stuff that kind of muddies the waters when it comes to this sport we love, man. Because, like, bro, if this dude a football player, I'm judging that first. I'm judging if he a football player first. Just like the Arkansas guy, man. He had the best combine in history. You just said the quarterback. Don't nobody know this dude. But like you said, somebody finna get him fired. He finna get somebody fired. Some GM finna be like, oh my God, he's everything we ever dreamed of. And we finna draft him. And then he gonna be sorry and they gonna be fired. So like, we see this stuff all the time, man. Like, I think you should take it with a grain of salt. And especially, I think you should combine the two. Like, you should say, okay, I love his film. His numbers and speed and drills match up good too. So now that you give it a plus. But if you got a guy that his film is up here and then his testing is right here, you don't just say, okay, now he's here. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like if anything, you could say his film say he here, his testing say he here. You might want to take him down a little bit. Just to, you know what I'm saying? If you really value, if you really value the skill set or the testing that much, you could take them down a couple of notches until, you know what I'm saying, until you see more. But I think if you just try to diminish all the tape and all the good ball you done seen him play, that's ridiculous. That's how Deshaun Watson's dropped. That's how Patrick Mahomes dropped. That's how you draft Mitchell Trubisky before Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. That's how you do crazy stuff like that, man. That's exactly how. Look at Byron Jones, man. Byron Jones will smoke the combine. He smoked it. And then he was pretty much an okay player, but he wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? But then, like you said, you do have them anomalies because you got an Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was not on everybody's radar like that. Was he not?
Yeah, because he played at a small school. He played at Pittsburgh.
He was not on nobody. He was one of the first combine darlings that we just was like, wow, he actually was like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I seen him smoke the combine like that, I was like, people do it all the time. Like, it's what do I supposed to do with that? Then Aaron Donald actually was one of the ones that really turned out to be that guy. So I think it's way less Aaron Donalds in the world than it is Mozzie Smiths. It is. That's just the truth.
Yeah, and this is the thing for me when it comes to it. Every year people talk about, how important the film is. The film is more important than the combine. Don't fall in love. And then they fall in love the moment they see these big people run 4 threes and 4 fours and shit and jump out the gym. Like, you just had an entire season of this motherfucker having 300 yards. This motherfucker had 300 something yards the entire year. But now he's supposed to be this amazing player that you should draft, because he ran real fast. Same thing with the pass rusher the Bengals drafted last year. This nigga had like 4 career sacks or some shit like that. And just because he was a real good athlete and stuff, folks like, oh man, I can't wait to draft him with a first round pick. How the hell a motherfucker supposed to go from not getting sacks in college to sacking grown ass men and beating grown ass tackles? They got baby mamas and wives and shit. They got shit they playing for. And you couldn't beat somebody on free lunch. They had free lunch in college, man, and you couldn't beat them to get no sack. But now you supposed to go up here. This man paying his mortgage, his baby need formula. Like, he's trying to put away for his kids' college fund. He trying to get the retirement together. He trying to pay off his debt. Like, he really feeds his entire family. With playing football, and you can't even beat a kid there's an insurance salesman right now. This boy working with his daddy now, and you couldn't beat him to get a sack. And I'm supposed to believe you supposed to go out here and get sacks in the NFL. That's why I don't like. Listen, the combine is very entertaining. It's very entertaining because people are faster and stronger than I thought. Some of these people, don't test as well that were, being touted. So it's entertaining. But, that should not be the end all be all. Like, watch the film of these people. And I promise you, the film is not that expensive to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could get it like $30 and get all the damn film, man. You get all the damn film. And salute to Suave on my end and your end with dual, $5 super chats, man. I appreciate you. He said, good morning.
You, man.
Good morning,
Absolutely.
My brother in Christ. Good morning.
Good morning to you, man. Absolutely, man. We appreciate you, my guy. But
salute to A6 Cowboy real quick. He said, "Land and Hen on fire, even though I'm still team defense." Man, listen, we're team.
See, you want to be so divided. You want to be so divided.
See,
can we all just get along?
We're still team defense. It's just the way that we're trying to acquire defense does not match the way y'all are trying to acquire defense, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We just got differing opinions on how to fix the defense. Like, so I think that's the disconnect. Nobody has ever set up here and said the Dallas Cowboys don't need defense. Nobody, well, at least not me and Landlord. We understand the value of defensive players. I done did a lot of shows about the impact of defenses in the postseason. I done pointed out how bad the Dallas Cowboys defense has been in the postseason for years in the Dak Prescott era. So I understand defense and I value defense. I just believe you get more bang for your buck, spending money in free agency on your defense and then spending those first round picks you got on defense so you can flood your defense with multiple playmakers. That's just my personal opinion. And
I just want to ask a question too.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask a question. So I understand we never deny how great Max Crosby is and how great he probably would be on this team. But I just can't see a world where you can believe, okay, if I get Max with the people we got and just get, because you're going to have to get like mid-level, mid-tier free agents after that to build up this team. That's one way to do it. So do you think you can get Max after you gave up all this capital and probably a good player and still spend super big in free agency? I don't think that's going to happen. So, like, that's one way of doing it. But the way we saying it, okay, you spend big in free agency, get some of the top guys, get some of the top defensive ends that they have to offer. You could probably get Trey Henderson or what the guy is with the African name or whatever it is. I can't pronounce that shit. I'm from the South.
Odafe.
Oway or something like that.
Odafe Oway.
Yeah, one of them guys that we like, the best guy we like or that can fit the scheme the best. You get him. You add a couple of more other big time free agents because you got money still, you got cap still, you got room still, and then you got 2 first round talents added to this team. bro, ain't no way you can tell me you ain't good for now and for the long haul on your team. Now, if the Cowboys go draft a defensive end, I'm gonna be upset because that ain't what I want. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the good move. But if you draft a linebacker and then you draft a corner or something like that, or a safety, I think those players can step in day one and be very impactful for your team. I'm not too sure about any type of person on the line, just being honest to you. So I just try to go get the biggest fish out there in free agency for defensive end purposes. Everything else, I'm comfortable with drafting. I'm comfortable with drafting a corner. I'm comfortable with drafting a linebacker. I'm comfortable with drafting a safety. Like, I don't think those players will have no problems coming in and learning from CP the way he can teach and get you up to speed in a timely fashion. I think that'll be ridiculous.
Also, he said same with Pickens, you sign him. But that's the thing. If you trade for Max, you'll take on a $30 million cap hit. The Raiders will still be responsible for $5 million of that. So you'll take on a $30 million cap hit when you bring him in. You're talking about giving him an extension. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have a hard time working out an extension with George Pickens that might max out at $40 million. Coming out the gate, that the extension that Max Crosby wants is going to be over 40 because that's where the pass rusher market is. So if Max Crosby comes over here, you're going to have to fight with his agent because them niggas going to want about $43, $44, $45 million per year. AP, I'm not sure what the cap hit would be, but you'll be out here trying to negotiate that kind of contract. And if they're having this kind of issue negotiating for a wide receiver, and that they
kicker.
actually think is marketable, yeah, and a kicker. Thank you. I'm gonna add that in. They're having issues negotiating a contract with a kicker and a wide receiver right now. They didn't even try and finish out the Michael Parsons shit. They just sent Michael Parsons over yonder. So that's the thing. Like, I'm not sure, they can even negotiate that shit. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen them come out on top in no top tier pass rusher negotiations because they just shit Michael Parsons out. So you mean to tell me they're gonna have to negotiate the same kind of contract with Max Crosby and he just got his ass over here? Our front office?
Yeah.
And listen, in a perfect world, I understand what y'all saying because I know that it is possible. I know that it is possible, but the question is it probable?
Yeah. Probable is the biggest question, because I ain't gonna lie, man, you really don't supposed to put all your eggs in that one basket, man, because it feel like our guys, Boss and Lou them, man, shout out to our brothers, man, but it just feel like they max or die. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a contingency plan, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you can't get too married to that one idea. You know what I'm saying? And then we know it's not that likely that Max gonna be here, bro. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take a lot of dominoes to fall in your favor. For one, like I said, we talking about trading him. This finna be quick because we do this shit every day now. So let me get done with saying this.
We got other
all right, yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. All right, listen. I'm asking, okay, we do have a great asset in George Pickens that a lot of teams would want, right? But at the same time, have you seen the free agent wide receiver market, sir? The free agent wide receiver market is rich. They don't even have to give up nothing to get some impact players on their team. For Mendoza, they don't got to give up nothing. They could just go sign one of these guys. They can sign what's his name? Mike Evans is available, ain't it? Tyreek Hill available. Wendell Robinson available. They got a lot
Pierce.
of.
They got franchise tag.
Oh, Pierce got franchise tag, but they got a lot of nice free agent wide receivers that's on the market right now, bro. They do. So, like, why would they go trade all these assets when they not even in a competing stage right now? Like, they not even in a competitive stage right now. So that's what makes me put that idea to a screaming halt in my head, because I'm saying, like, it's way more ways to skin a cat, and we don't win bidding wars. You think it's gonna be an exclusive deal, an exclusive negotiation with us and the Raiders for Max Crosby? Like, bro,
it'll be a negotiation with the Raiders and every other team, in the National Football League. And like I said, this show is not even about that. We always get these questions about it, so we always gotta stop and talk about it for a bit. But I don't really, honestly, y'all can disagree. This is America. Everybody has free will.
Yeah.
All y'all niggas grown. Y'all can think what y'all want to think and feel what y'all want to
We
feel.
just stay in our
But me personally, I feel the Dallas Cowboys have a better way, to fix the defense, go out there and get you the free agency, and then you could put all three, the next 2 years on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion, and you'll still be fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it just takes trading away your soul for Max Crosby, to fix the defense. I think the Dallas Cowboys can realistically fix their defense, by adding some guys out there. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why
you don't have to deconstruct
too.
your offense to do it.
Yeah, that's why I asked too. Like, I asked a genuine question, but people, we was so deep in the debate that I don't think people wanted to give me too honest of an answer. But like, what do you expect from Donovan Izaraku in year 2? Like, you just hired a pass rush specialist that's highly touted across the U.S. He was dealing with major NFL players before he even signed a deal. Like, this boy was underground making money, doing his expertise. He's a bad mama jamma when it comes to this stuff that he do. So, I mean, if somebody actually get their hands on Donovan Izaraku and Sam Williams, I think they can make some noise out of them boys, man, for real. I really do. I ain't saying that I want to depend on that, but don't take that out of the realm of possibility. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to go into the war with Sam and Izaraku, but I'm just saying this. If he got hold to them boys, I think you will see an uptick in their production and in their effectiveness. Look at somebody like Dante Fowler. I refuse, no lie, I refuse to believe that Dante Fowler can't play football no more. I refuse to believe that. After 1 year, he was just a double-digit sack guy, and then the next year, he get 2. I can't believe that. I feel like that was coaching, that was usage, that was somebody who didn't know how to put him in the best situations to be successful. That's what that is. So I look at that like, man, we could actually have some talent on this team that we wasn't able to see because it was such bad coaching going on. Like, I'm going to pass the ball to you here, but I just want to say this. How can we have it both ways? You can't say that Eberflus was the worst coach man ever seen, but then our whole defense is terrible. Because guess what? He had to coach that defense and teach them something. So, like, if it was Flu's fault, it's a big chance that some of those players on that team is not as bad as we think. Like, I know people say it's Jimmy's and Joe's and players make the scheme, but, bro, I promise you, I done been on plenty of teams that had great players. I done seen plenty of teams that had great players. If the goddamn coaches put you in stupid situations, you're going to be sorry. Bottom line. And listen, let's not act like coaching don't make noise too, because I want to say this, and people gonna feel a different way about it too. But I just want to be honest. Where I come from, I can't speak for everybody else, but where I come from, we know we had some of the dopest teams in the state. But at the same time, we'll go up against some of the white schools that just had a good program. They might not even had a bunch of great athletes and great players on their team. But the shit was so well ran and so organized, and they had everything in place that their program was so good that they just win. Like, it's like they just got everything in order so good that they just a good team. They just a good organization. We got way better players than them, but when it come down to it, they teams was just so well coached and well assembled that we couldn't do nothing with them. Everybody done seen that before. Like, it's programs across the world that's the same way. Coaching does matter. I don't give a damn how many great players you have. If your coaching ain't right, you're gonna lose.
Hold on, Alpo just hit you with a 20 piece, man.
Salute, Alpo. Appreciate you, my guy.
He said, much love, dog. He stand on y'all convictions. I agree. Sign a talented end rusher and linebacker and augment in the draft with hyper safety corner linebacker type. with CB type, a corner, a running back, and a linebacker, roster build and flexibility. Yeah, man. Cause listen, I'm trying to get y'all a ton of dope players. I'm trying to get y'all a bunch of dope ass players. You know, I think that's the disconnect, because folks act like we just saying, you know, disregard the defense, fuck the defense, we don't need nothing. We ain't never said that. We saying that there is a better alternative than putting all your eggs in one basket. Hell, ask the Packers. They traded away their souls for Michael Parsons, and they were still one and done because said asset that they acquired got hurt. If they had a unit, you know, like the Seattle Seahawks or the New England Patriots, it would have been next man up, and they would have probably still been playing. They would at least won a goddamn playoff game. So that's my thing. Like, there's upsides and downsides to everything. If all of your pass rush and defense is assigned to one player, when that nigga is not available, you know, that deeply cripples your team. If you got 3, 4, 5 people in rotation that can all get 5, 6, 7, 8 sacks, guess what? You got a better chance to overcome injury if anything would happen to somebody, right? So there's always a downside and a positive to everything that you do, man. And listen, I'm not opposed to even still bringing in Max Crosby. It's just not for the sake of giving up, you know, George Pickens. Like, if you can get if they want to get Max for something else, they would take pick 12 and call it a day, and we'll just draft another defensive player with pick 20.
Also Digazoo or something like that. Sign me up.
Nah, you can't. Y'all ain't even no players. Y'all talk about start with Max. Y'all ain't named a nan nigga in free agency y'all wanted to sign. We came with players, names, statistics, everything. We already got a group of people we want. I ain't heard y'all get past Max Crosby. Y'all just got the Max Crosby and stop, because y'all ain't named nan.
They said that's it.
So I don't want to hear that. Yeah, you talk about we said we started with Max. How you ain't got past Max yet? Y'all been talking about Max Crosby. We done named you 17 niggas you can sign in free agency. Same kind of energy. So I need y'all to formulate y'all plan in a better way then. Because we ain't understand. You started at Max and stopped at Max. I ain't seen you list your corners. I ain't seen you list your linebackers. I ain't seen you list your safeties.
If you can't answer this question right here, we need to just move on. Right now, I think we all as a whole nation got a collective idea of how good our defense probably need to be. Right? We know our defense need to be at a certain level to make us be competitive on a championship level right now, the way the team is assembled right now. If you take away George Pickens, now you don't know anymore. You have no clue on how good or bad your defense needs to be able to have you at a championship level. You just don't know. And like I told them when we was having a debate about it, it's really not about the talent level of the number 2. It's about how dominant he could be in a one-on-one situation. If he can't consistently win in number 1 situations or one-on-one situations, that just changed your whole game plan. If they can put their number 1 corner on him and he locked up, that changed everything about your offense. Right now, I like George or CD against anybody number 1 corner in the league. I'm taking my guy. Is they gonna win every single rep flawlessly? No. But will they win more reps than they lose? I have the confidence in them to say they can. And do you understand how much flexibility, how much that opens up your offense? That's all I'm saying. That opens up your offense tremendously. We've seen what happens when your number 2 wide receiver can't do nothing against a player. Look at Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks over there was getting arrested. He caused the interception and everything because he was too little and wasn't physical enough. Do you see that play happening to George Pickens?
Hell no, that shit ain't gonna happen. Also,
you need somebody dominant in a one-on-one situation so you can have all these options on offense. Go ahead.
My bad. And listen, this is gonna be the final thing I say about it, because we already spent 30 minutes on this. I had a whole nother thing for the show. But yeah, man. You say y'all want all them players, right? So all them players and eat the $30 million cap hit that Max Crosby had. You will have to work out a new deal with that nigga to lower that cap hit. So again, Jerry Jones, the person that is struggling to work out a deal with a kicker, is just going to magically turn around and give $40 million to a pass rusher after he refused to do it just last year. All right, so we're on to the next talking point, man, because we got
house with Pickens. Man, when you 6'4" jumping out the gym with hands like that, man, I don't give a damn about no route like that. Cause guess what? He always open. When you think Pickens, think Dez. Think one of those type of guys. How many routes you saw Dez run?
Enough. So, hey, I just wanted to come in here and say, this is why, y'all fuck with us, man. Because the Dallas Cowboys are trying to do it looks like they trying to do the same thing, that we've been said they can do. It looks like they trying to go out here, and do every single thing that we said. So it looks like Adam Schefter has stated the Cowboys will restructure the contract of Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Tyler Smith, which will create $66 million in cap room. They also are talking about reworking the contracts of Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams, and Osa Odighizuwa. Now, where did that sound familiar? I could have sworn. Oh shit, that's where it's at. That's where you seen it at. Because we talked about it months ago. All
the same moves.
Yes, and listen, they've already cut Logan Wilson to say the $6.5 million. So that's one off of the checklist. They're working on the Dak Prescott restructure. That'll be another 30.9. The CeeDee Lamb restructure they're working on, that'll be another 19. The Tyler Smith restructure is about 17.6. They already mentioned, working out restructures with Kenny Clark, Osa, working out a restructure with Osa, and possibly extending Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not here to just take a victory lap, but I sort of am. I ain't gonna lie to y'all because we put in a lot of work, to be
damn that. Yes, we is. It's victory lap time, guys. Yes, we is.
Yes. Also, salute to the Queen Cowboys. He said, when you think Pickens, think Michael Irvin, in my opinion. Salute. I agree.
Yeah, it ain't about the route running at that point, man. This dude is he's towering over all the cornerbacks you can name. His ball skills are way better and elite. He can go get it, and he's faster than almost all of them. Like, he's gonna be open. He's gonna catch the ball. So, like, making a pretty route running a pretty route, that ain't at the top of his priority list right now. Now, I'm going to be fair. He's going to need it in the future, but he's 24 right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's 24 right now, bro. He got a few years where he going to be able to just win off athleticism. Would you like to see him become a route technician? Sure. But at his age, what he's capable of right now, it's not that important right this second, in my opinion.
Real quick, salute to Ken with the $9.99 for your mind, man.
99. Salute.
99. He said other fan bases can't comprehend that Cowboys will have money to spend in free agency no matter how many times I show your tweet. They don't get it. Yeah, man. Listen, the Dallas Cowboys are prepared, and listen, like, again, like, this is just good roster management by the Dallas Cowboys, because at the end of the day, it's about surviving for a season, and we'll look at the books again next year. That's what most teams do. If there's people that we got to cut in 2027, there are people we got to cut in 2027, right? It is what it is. It comes with it, and the Dallas Cowboys structure their contracts in that way. Because realistically, when I'm sitting here talking about it, I might not even touch Osa's contract because Osa ain't got no more guaranteed money after this season. The Dallas Cowboys can easily get out of Osa Odighizuwa's contract, Jake Ferguson's contract, and DeRon Bland's contract next year, and it'll be a lot of money saved and a very little dead money. So that's the thing. Like, the Dallas Cowboys have underperformers on their roster that they can cut ties with. Osa Odighizuwa himself may not even be a scheme fit if you actually sit there and listen to what Christian Parker has been saying. So I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys are doing the right thing. They're taking a little bit of money from the future, You know, they're making things, happen right now so they can position themselves to not go into the draft starving, hungry, and deprived. Because at this point, they can go out there and shop. They can start shopping, especially once they get the Quentin Williams and the Kenny Clark extensions done. That will put them post like $60 million over the cap at that point.
Real quick. Shout out to Dono Holmes. You already know he hit both of us, man. Salute to you. I appreciate you, my guy.
Salute to Dono. I ain't seen him on my end yet, but I know he a real one, so I appreciate my brother.
Salute.
In advance. But yeah, man. So yeah, this is just good roster management. And listen, most teams are playing it like that, man. Most teams are just trying to get to 2029 when the TV money kick in. Like the Philadelphia Eagles got a whole roster worth of money already, and pushed to 2029 based on the voided years and stuff like that. And there's Dono. It just popped into my end too, man. Appreciate you. He said for being cooking all year, Henny. I appreciate you, my guy. We put in a lot of work to make this stuff happen, man. We put in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like to get educated on the cap and the talk, through the stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. It means a lot. As good as people say, you were right on that part. We have way too many 3 and outs. Always just settle for 3 for the last 8 years. We always get down in the red zone, never punch it in. Yeah, they can work on their red zone offense. I'll be the first to say that that's an area that we struggled in this year. We got too cute in the red zone sometimes instead of playing matchup football, running the ball more often, throwing the ball up to George Pickens. I don't think anybody. Well, they won't be. They won't be after the restructures. So once the Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Tyler Smith restructures hit, the Dallas Cowboys actually will be about $10 to $12 million over the cap. And then anything that they get from the Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and also whatever moves they make with their contract, anything from that will be extra added on to that new cap space that they just created. So they'll be in the clear. Because remember, all teams must be cap compliance before free agency starts. So the Dallas Cowboys will be cap compliant by the start of free agency.
Hey, man, I just want to say, man, listen, that's top tier grade A work right there by the team, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why your content creators have value in this space, man. We told you this was coming before it came. You know what I'm saying? We let you know exactly what the best route is to open up as much money as possible, and told you that they can fix this team with this amount of money. And we told you, shout out to Boss, he pretty much predicted how much more money would be added to the cap right along with it. You know what I'm saying? This takes years of research of watching the tendencies of the cap, the tendencies of how we can restructure these players to get this money up. This is not no overnight stuff. So I see we up here predicting what a multi-billion-dollar company finna do to their money. That ain't no easy stuff, man. So, hey, shout out to my guys. Shout out to the team. Shout out to us for putting in that work, man. We really came with that heat on this one.
Yes, indeed. And salute to Queen Cowboys for the cash app. I appreciate you for the support. She said it was something for the collection plate. Well, it is Sunday, and we is up here preaching, man.
Salute on my side too, man. Salute, Miss Queen. We appreciate you. Everything you do for the space is really appreciated. For real.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
but
indeed.
Hold on. My guy, a couple of these people in his comments are kind of not triggering me, but it's making me want to comment. What's his name? That ain't the Bays boss saying that, is it? Somebody was like routes, slants, and something ain't worth $40 million. Man, is the production worth it? Like, man, listen. The production is worth it. That's what's important. And I promise you, if you take that player away, you're gonna see a big time void in your team after that. Do you remember those games where CD couldn't do nothing? Where the whole offense looked terrible? Because they weren't respecting CD, because they doubling them, and they all putting 7-8 men in the box?
Mm-hmm.
Your offense was in shambles. Your offense was in shambles with the great Dak Prescott. Yeah, it was one of them players, one of them people in the chat.
Baze said it wasn't me.
Like my bad, Baze, my bad. Somebody just said something about slants and some ain't worth $40 million. Like, is the production worth it? That's what I want to know. Because guess what? You can't say he's so valuable to everybody else, but he ain't shit to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, y'all would love this, but you know, us, you know, we good. Like, it don't work like that. He's either very valuable or he's not. And I think he's very valuable to your team, man. And like, this one of the times where you know something about the Cowboys, man. We don't really show loyalty to our big time players though. They want to sit up and have loyalty to all these mid-tier, mediocre-ass players, but then you want to try to be stern and violent and blunt with the big dogs. Like, hell no. Like, why don't you show George Pickens some appreciation and some loyalty to him instead of showing his loyalty to Jake Ferguson and Javonte Williams and shit? Like, to me, bro, I'm finna be done real quick. To me, the time where they signed, and I'm not mad at Javonte. I'm not. I love the way he run. I just don't think the shelf life is long. That's why I was mad about it. But the time where they signed Javonte, bro, it just signified that, hey, we committed to you. It was no reason for them to sign him that early, bro. They ain't even let the free agency cook yet. They ain't let the draft, the combine happen. They ain't let nothing happen yet. And they signed him immediately. To me, that was just showing you, hey, Javonte, we committed to you. We rock with you. That's different. Why we can't do that with Pickens and just say, hey, man, we got you. We finna go and take care of you. We be loyal to the wrong people, man.
Yeah, and listen, we out here fist fighting our brothers in the streets because I love Lou and Ball, them my niggas, but we out here, niggas out here bleeding in the streets fighting, you know, because of the way the Dallas Cowboys move, man. If they had just did right by Michael Parsons and pay him, you know, you'll be in the era where his cap hits is still little and they ain't ballooning or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And you could have easily just had your pass rusher. You know, you could have still found a way to get a defensive tackle over here, and you could have still had George Pickens. You know what I'm saying? Like, we up here fighting, you know, because they didn't do right. They want to rush and pay Deron Bland, who ain't played good football in 2 years. They want to rush and pay Jake Ferguson after the season he ain't have a single touchdown. They want to rush and pay Osa Odigizua, and he a sometime-y ass player. Not that he, you know, a part-time player like DeMarvin Overton, but sometimes he play good and sometimes he don't. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, he ain't no consistent. He never good against the run, and he's only so. He make an occasional appearance against the pass at this point. So this
salute
my
to Tavis over here, real quick. Said my country cousin, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Already. I think Tavis from you from up top, ain't you? What Tavis from? You from PA, ain't it? I think. Or is that Keystone from PA? I think Keystone from PA.
864 Cowboy, you're not arguing in good faith because when you had a superstar pass rusher on your team, you still had one of the worst defenses in the league. So we can play that shit both ways, my guy. When you had all them good talented defenses, they still got their ass beat in the postseason. You niggas out here averaging 30 points per game allowed in the postseason with Michael Parsons and Tank and all them other boys. We go low too. We can talk about their failures. We can talk about how they never showed up. We can talk about how they one of the worst teams against the run in the National Football League, man. Hey, listen, I know it's just boxing, but you finna get this 2-piece though. With the biscuit, my boy. Because I love you. You know you my guy. And listen, I love 864 Cowboy because he always know what he talking about. He always right here in the chat.
We need people like that. We not gonna run from stuff like that,
boy.
He said Tavis is me. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, salute to my PA Cowboy fans in the building, man. Hey, y'all be holding it down. Y'all got Sky out there from the PA area, from Pennsylvania area. It's a couple of ain't Okoye from PA too? I think Okoye from PA. Yeah, it's like they holding it down for the Cowboys up there, man. Yeah, they right there by the Eagles. all the people up north, like the East Coast, they right there in enemy territory. You got people on the East Coast, they right there by New York, Giants, the Jets, and Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And New England.
Hey.
Like, yeah.
And listen, 864, I did mention the other years too. Like, you talk about, salute to Alvin with the Cash App too, though. I appreciate you. Cuz said, just for showing love for the content. Also mentioned the playoffs. Which comment you have, Queen? Let me find it. If you see it before me, read it for me. So I gotta scroll up and see if I can find Queen's comment she wanted me to read.
She said, I done told y'all that Jerry don't like that nigga be excellent at his agent job. Jerry won't even call that damn man. Who you talking about? Mulligata?
Let me see if I can find it. Or maybe I'm blind. I might just be blind. Because I'm trying to find it so I can put it on the screen.
And I ain't gonna lie, I do support what my guy Boss and them saying about Javonte though. He need somebody with him. The way he run,
I swear he do.
The way he run, shit. Listen, he run in a way that's gonna make us love him. Like, we gonna love everything about Javonte, but it just don't last long. He reminds me of a Marion Barber type. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Marion Barber. Like, everybody, I ain't never heard a Cowboy fan that didn't like Marion Barber. Like, have you? Like, I ain't never heard nobody. He
runs so hard, man.
Bruh, his stint wasn't even long, but we love Marion Barber in Dallas because of he played in the way that every fan feel like a football player should play. Like, bro, you getting paid millions of dollars to play this game. You should play like that. Am I lying? Like, you shouldn't be dog falling when one dude come or shoestring tackles every time. Like, hell nah. You got to play like a dog. Like, that's the way that we feel like every player should play when they get the privilege to get paid and play this game we love like that. Like, you should be out there going crazy. And that's what we saw from Javonte Williams. He plays the game the right way. You can't help but love what you see from him. So I'm not taking nothing away from Javonte, but that style of play is not for the long haul. And then he had an injury history. So you definitely need somebody like, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody to pair with him. For sure. Okay,
and then
David
Queen hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. They said Mike Washington would be a target by Jerry, Arkansas running back. I saw, that's my guy. Y'all, I hope y'all seen the show when me and Lando were talking about him.
Yeah.
Like I say, that's why y'all rock with us, man. Like we be talking about stuff months in advance.
Facts. Well, you been called him out.
Mm-hmm.
And that boy really was dedicated because he cried after that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that be one of the only times I can feel when men have to cry sometimes. Like, bro, that took a lot of work. Like, hard work, that's cry words. I don't care what nobody say. Like, why you think,
like, boy,
look,
God delivered me to this point.
Straight up, bro, like that be thinking about them long days and them long nights, bro. You just grinding, trying to accomplish a goal, and then when you finally accomplish it, why you think most of the time people cry when they get to the championship and shit like that? That shit be real. Like, you don't respect men crying too much, and in them, like, not many other scenarios, do you? But when you see that, you like, bro, you feel it. You like, yeah, bro, that's just a result of hard work, dedication, and then you actually seeing the results work in your favor. That's a beautiful thing.
All right, and listen, this is what Fowler had to say about the Dallas Cowboys and their free agency plan. Please read that for me, though. I got to run to the gentleman's room, then we're going to come back and keep cooking.
No problem. It says, Fowler, the Cowboys are crafting a detailed free agency plan to bolster their defense. The new scheme under coordinator Christian Parker needs replenishment. Eagles linebacker Nakobe Dean is someone to watch as a green dot player in the middle of the defense. The Cowboys will monitor the top of the pass rush free agency options too. they aren't guaranteed to spend big, but I believe they will get a pass rusher at some point. Now, I don't like that spend big comment, but what y'all think about Dean as a green dot guy? Now, we already know one of the benefits, bro, if you mean to tell me Christian Parker come over here cooking up this youthful mastermind type scheme, modern day type scheme of Vic Fangio, and you taking away from the Eagles, man, this gonna be a home run. This gonna be a home run hire right here. Real talk. And if we can steal and poach some of their players and make our ops weaker, bro, that's a beautiful thing, y'all. That's great. I would love for us to be able to take Nakobe Dean from them and possibly even some more of they little straggler players that you know what I'm saying, add value to that team and that will ride with Christian Parker. Every coach that you hire gonna have a little consolidation of the guys that rock with them. Just like Al Harris had, just like Mike Zimmer had, it's no different. But when you dealing with the upper echelon, hot name type young coaches, you probably get an assortment of better players in that role. Like, you know, the older coaches, they probably get older players that's gonna rock with them. You got young coaches like Christian Parker, he getting players that's badly off of their first contract. Like Nakobe Dean, he's still on his rookie deal, ain't it?
He was. It's gonna be his first trip into free agency.
Yeah, so you get younger players now. You get younger players with a younger coach, because think about it. They ain't really got ties to too many old players like that unless they brought them on their last job.
I agree. And listen, I know for a fact, I get it. Nakobe Dean, you know, he be hurt. He done missed like 20 plus games, right? So, you know, he is almost a part-time football player like the Marvin Overshawn, right? Another guy that I don't want to give a contract to. But Nakobe Dean film is very good. When he plays very good football. You know what I mean? Like, he is a great player. Like, he played so well this last year. Do you remember they went and got Joe Boy out of Alabama?
McClain. Rolando McClain?
No, just this year, my boy. The linebacker.
Oh, this year. You talking about Jahad Campbell?
Yes.
I'm thinking you talking about us, but you was talking about the Eagles. My bad.
No, you good, bro. You good. So yeah, like Nakobe Dean came back and played so well that he couldn't get back on the field. And y'all I would have drafted Campbell. I would have drafted Campbell too.
I like our linebacker coming out this year. Which one it is? I gotta look. It was Campbell and somebody else that was both our linebackers, super athletic. I think he coming out this year. Let me check.
Oh, shoot. Hey, the Vikings are clearing space. They just cut Aaron Jones.
The running back? Oh.
The running back. Listen, I know this is a segue, but they just cut Aaron Jones and they cut Javon Hargrave.
Oh, man. We don't need no defensive tackle now, though.
We don't, but at the same time, like, dog,
yep. Shit, man.
It get hard to rationalize getting another defensive tackle with what we're paying the ones we got right now. But at the same time, man, it's still Javon Hargrave. Like, Osa, man, like, listen, this is why
Osa better get his damn act together, like Jerry said. Get your act together, Osa.
This is a very good defensive tackle class. People don't talk about it. This is a very good defensive tackle class. This is
Salute the Nigel over here with the super chat. He said, is Dean and Quincy both Mike linebackers? I think so. Didn't Quincy play middle?
Let me go look at
I think he played middle over there for the Jets.
Let me go.
I know in high school and college he was playing middle linebacker. I'm not too sure after that.
Let me see what his snap is, because he played linebacker, but I gotta see what where
they use him at, because they might have him listed as one thing, and then you know what I'm saying, where he getting his snaps at.
Right, because you know how long Michael Parsons was listed as a linebacker, not playing linebacker.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now that boy coming out the edge every snap.
And we was just leaving Micah right there too. We was not creative with Micah though. I'm gonna be fair on that. I don't think. Well, maybe Zimmer was a little bit though. Zimmer was kind of cooking with Micah a little bit to me. I ain't gonna lie, but cause look, you can't have both. We said when Micah came back, he went crazy. That was Zimmer. You know what I'm saying? Zimmer had Micah mugging the A gaps and stuff. That shit was looking gangster. I ain't gonna lie.
It was dope. I would have gave Zimmer another year.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. Cause towards the end when Micah came back, that defense did look better. Like you won't find me diminishing Micah too much on the field, bro. Like I just didn't like his character too much. That's all.
Yeah, and they did look better, but when they played like the top competition, they didn't have enough, horses in the stable to run that race with just Micah. You know what I'm saying? Like Micah was doing his thing, but when they played like the Texans and the Eagles and stuff, they still were getting 30 ball. It takes more than Micah. And Micah was out there hooping. He was getting sacks. I think he had forced a fumble. Like he was out there going crazy.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But hold on. But yeah, and listen, we are looking for a running mate because I agree with that. We need another running back. Like Javonte Williams was tied as a mug, toward the end of the season. And imagine, we did make it to the postseason.
I was just thinking that. You think
like
he can keep up that level of intensity running all season, then plus the playoffs?
Mm-hmm. That is true. Like, yeah. So, like folks need help, man. And listen, I campaigned for years for the Dallas Cowboys to get a real defensive tackle in here. Like, respect one tech. Like, I coined that shit, man. That was like I was the spearhead of that campaign for that, man. That's why even in the intro, you hear me talk about I need a defensive tackle. You got to pull away from the buffet table, man. Like I've been on trying to get a defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys.
Look,
like,
you remember one show I said, bro, they finally got you one. They got you 2, 3 of them things. Yeah.
And I was elated because realistically, like the biggest indicator of your ability to actually compete at any level is how good your defensive tackle room is. And if you just historically look at even us in the 90s, now, we had Maryland and we had what's our brother that came on the show, Tony Casillas. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like a great defensive tackle room in the 90s.
Former first round pick. Former first overall pick.
Mm-hmm. Like we had great defensive tackle talent when we were actually winning in the 90s. Right, all these new teams that have been winning. And I promise I'm gonna read what's on the screen. Just give me a second. But I promise you, like you look, the Rams had Aaron Donald, the Eagles had Jalen Carter. The first time they won, they had Fletcher Cox as defensive tackle. The Chiefs had Chris Jones. Like you just look at all these amazing defensive tackles and defensive tackle play. Vita Vea for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like the interior, the middle of your defense, the defensive tackles have always been, the primary indicator of your ability to win. Because if you stop the run and you make teams one-dimensional, you get more opportunities to actually take the ball away. If they can't run, you got to put the ball in play, and you got to put the ball in play. My cornerback can make a play on the ball. Right, I can get a strip sack. I can do these kind of things because now you can't, just rely on your run game and get you through it. Like you're gonna have to put your quarterback in some less than stellar situations, trying to move the ball if your run game is neutralized. So that's really one of the reasons when you look at the Eagles, how they were able to force all these turnovers in the postseason and get all these sacks in the postseason, it's because teams had to throw the ball against them. It was a no-go trying to run against them this last championship run.
Facts.
But yeah, man, let me just read this off real quick because they saying some things that I like. He says the Cowboys and the Kobe Dean watch. Eagles linebacker is someone to watch as a green dot player in the middle of the defense. So to answer the question, the boy is a middle linebacker or interior linebacker. The Cowboys will monitor the top of the pass rush free agent options as well. They aren't guaranteed to spend big, but I believe they will get a pass rusher at some point. This next one is what really, piqued my interest. The Dallas Cowboys will also comb the free agent safety class. They do have to because Donovan Wilson is no longer a Dallas Cowboy. So the Dallas Cowboys will have a new starting safety in 2026. It does not appear that they will go with retread and bring back Donovan Wilson. How do you feel about some of this information you're receiving, man? Do you think it bodes well or what?
I like the Dean possibility. I'm not too fond of what they said about. Well, they can't guarantee nothing, but I want them to spend like there's no tomorrow. That's what I want them to spend like, because I want to see that y'all serious about rebuilding this defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, for people to think we not team defense right now, it's crazy, because that defense was so bad that it just screwed up our legendary offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a legendary offense and it was neutralized because the defense was just that bad. So we know the importance of defense, bro. Like, we must fix this defense. And how the hell is Malik Willis above George Pickens? But yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll just answer your question. His position.
Yeah, he's sorry. But yeah, man, it's some good names on here. I like a lot of these players, to be honest. And now, would you see somebody like Aaron Jones available? Is my boy Kamara still available, or is it what they did with him?
He's under contract. They ain't released that boy yet. You know, you can't be a free agent when you ain't free. You know, it's the same thing with Minka. Like, them boys on the trading block, but you know, you're not a free agent if you still got a job.
It's a lot of good running backs we can pair this man with, man. Him and Aaron Jones will go crazy. Like, you can't kill the Cowboys if you are a Cowboy. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that nigga put it on our ass for years.
Hell yeah. So like you gotta add guys like Aaron Jones to the list now. You gotta add guys like Hargraves to the list now. And listen, I don't want them to like act like Blue is the answer. I don't want them to act like Phil Maffa is the answer. I like the boy that name sound like a spell, Abendakunda. Yeah, I like him. You know, I feel like I'm summoning demons when I say his name, but I like the boy. But
I do too.
But I just don't want the Dallas Cowboys to just look in-house. If you really are feeding a competition culture, Shotty, bring some more guys in.
Did he play at Notre Dame or somewhere?
Who?
Abendakunda or
Pittsburgh.
UCLA?
Pittsburgh, similar colors.
Oh, I thought. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking colors in my head. You right? Okay.
Yeah, it's like gold and blue.
Gold helmet. Yeah.
So you know that's my thing. Like, and you don't pick again until like the 4th. It's like Malik Davis. And I like Malik. I got a newfound respect for that boy. That man came back and reclaimed his NFL career. Fact. You know, you never disrespect a man that worked that hard. He could have given up 1,000 times over with how his career has went. He's been fighting to stay in the league. He made a play that probably helped him win that Kansas City game.
We've been treating that man like hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
One day y'all gonna listen to Land. One day y'all gonna listen to Land, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I found what my shit gonna be, man. Is listen to Land and depend on him.
Alright, you feel me? Like, one day y'all gonna listen to Land, man, because I told y'all I had to fight him many episodes on dogging out Malik Davis for no reason. And I still stand on, we should have gave that man some reps when we played San Francisco that year. We probably would have won that game.
You never know, because it sure what's gonna be because of Zeke. Zeke ain't having that game. You know, you can also speak on what his knee was like. He was dealing with a knee injury all the back half of the season. You know, that's why his production dipped. But you was 1,000% correct, my brother. It probably was gonna take, you know, a little bit more juice in the running game. He just didn't have it. He's Dunno be the beast best. Said, I hate relying on Bland health, but if he healthy, he'll be a good field corner, and Rebel could be a really good boundary corner. Listen, they already sat here and told you that the nickel position is going to be premium. Like, hey, landlord, you're an Alabama guy, so you know all about the star position that Nick Saban coined.
Absolutely.
Right. So like pretty much what's going on in the modern NFL is like they've taken what Nick Saban was doing in Alabama and they upped it to the up-team power.
I about to say put it on steroids. That's what they did.
I mean, A64 Cowboy. Like, how many shows have I done about how bad the Dallas Cowboys rushing offense has been in the postseason? You ain't had a 100-yard rusher in the playoffs since 2018. Like, we've been on that. Like, y'all just so divided with this boxing match in between here. Y'all act like we against everything y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Like y'all act like we hate everything. That ain't the case, my guy.
That just mean we fight good here. That's all that mean. We just fight good.
We fight so good. They think we
got them in their feelings about everything.
We against everything football related. They think we against every football related. Man, we been trying to get better.
We like the Cowboys no more. They don't even think we like the Cowboys no more. They like, damn, they don't like us. Like,
they don't like nothing. No, that's not the case. So listen, I was pro trenches for the defensive tackle. I've been pro running back. You know, I've been pro defense. Just we got a different outlook on how to fix the defense. That's the end all be all to it. That's it.
That's it.
All the time.
That's all funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I do feel like it's a lot of ways we can improve this team, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hearing from that defensive coaching staff, I'm trying to temper my homer feelings. But you know, them dudes, hey, that shit sound good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, the reason I say it sound good, because everybody sound on one accord, bro. Like, everything sound the same. And, like, I know that might sound crazy or, you know, generic or, like, regular coach speak to some people, but when you think about it, to me, that just shows that it's a lot of work going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, if me and him did some preparation before the show, you'll be able to see like some super similarities, like what we saying. Like, these people have been at work, and in this very minute amount of time, they done already had a lot of meetings, a lot of conferences, a lot of ideas, a lot of brains, you know what I'm saying, think processes and stuff all together. So when they interviewing each other, everybody sound alike. To me, that sounds like everybody is already on the same accord, and this shit finna be dope, bro. If we get the right players, this shit can flip real quick, y'all. I really believe that.
Agree. Because I went and vetted, you know, these guys. I went and looked at some of their interviews. I went and looked at some of their track records after we hired them. Because, you know, you got to learn, folks. You got to learn who these people is, man. For the most part, man, like, all these guys come highly, you know, decorated and highly respected. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was treating, you know, Christian Parker as a young prodigy. You know, they said they didn't say he'd be a future defensive coordinator. They said he'd head coach. Remember, that was the talk around Christian Parker when he first came in here talking to the Dallas Cowboys. Like, folks around the league respected what he's been doing, right? And then you talk about, you know, guys like Ryan Smith. You know, you talk about I can't pronounce his name because it's very African, but you know, it's the brother from Georgia. Zawe has how you say it, right? Like, this man.
If I hear somebody pronounce it, I could do it. I can't read it though.
Yeah, I ain't heard nobody
like,
say it.
If you say it to me, I can say it back. That's what, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he was out here coaching pass rushers on championship teams. You know, Georgia was winning there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of them. So you just go up and that's like these guys, they're young, but you know, they've coached some great units, you know what I'm saying? Or they've been in great programs. They've been around the game. I think one of these guys has been a defensive coordinator before. Like, they got a lot of interesting. I understand how people feel that if they just get in the building, you know, that this situation could really flourish and take, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I really feel that way, man. I just feel like I feel like they got the right plan, and I feel like when it comes to them building their scheme and stuff, it's gonna be expressed so simple that everybody gonna be able to get it and everybody gonna buy in. I think this gonna be a real convincing coaching staff. I think everybody's gonna be bought in day one. No lie. I think everybody gonna be bought in day one. So that's why we gotta make sure we get the right kind of guys in there. And like one thing I do like about what Christian Parker is preaching right now, he on that IQ type shit. He wants you to be able to think out the game more than just your physical traits. Cause like you could be physically gifted, but if you in the wrong place all the time, then you doing the whole team a disservice. Think about it. If you pressing the wrong gap, now you just gave up a 30-40 yard run. You know what I'm saying? You went over there fast as hell, but you left your job. Or you not doing your job correctly, so you affecting other people's job. Like, not only just knowing your job, but you got to know how your job affects everybody else's job. And the really elite, high-level IQ guys, when they know, they don't just only know their job. They know their job, they know their teammates' jobs, and they know why they doing it. They understand what the defensive coordinator is trying to accomplish with calling these type of plays. They understand everything. And they understand what the offense is doing. You know what I'm saying? Now think about it. It's levels to this, right? It's some defenders don't even know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's some players that's going to be on your team. Real talk. Why you think it be so much communication sometimes? They be like, hey, man, you go over here. Like, hey, you watch him. Sometimes it be a headed player that can direct a lot of stuff. But the top tier IQ guys like a Sean Lee or somebody like that, not only do they know what they supposed to do and what their teammates doing, they understand exactly what the offense is trying to do as far as attacking them. That's why they could be a step ahead. Mm-hmm. It's defenders on our team and other teams that don't even know exactly what they doing or why they doing it. So that's why teaching is so important, y'all. Teaching is so important. If you can get past what you doing and what your teammates doing and trusting them, now you can start remembering and picking up tendencies and stuff from what the offense do on film. Now you can be in the right gap. Now you can anticipate what's going to happen. So that's two different levels of IQ of football right there.
I agree. And listen, to your point, 4-3, if you running a 4-3 in the run, that just means you got out the play quicker.
You just helped them out better.
Got out the play quicker. Well, appreciate you. Big ass window for the quarterback throw in.
All right.
Shoot. But hey, the diabolical ass. We're just gonna listen to him talk, and then we're gonna come to a conclusion of if he bullshitting us or not.
Let's do
That's
it.
all.
Offseason being any different for you in terms of free agency?
Well, that's two questions. Do I see me
Wait a minute.
spending more money than maybe if you put a perfect picture together that the guy that's back there looking at the account would say we don't have any or don't have enough? I could see me being aggressive. I could see us being aggressive in free agency. And by the very virtue of having two number ones, we're going to spend more money in the draft than normally you would spend, even though we don't have a two. Everybody knows those 2 ones are dramatically different than a two financially. So we'll spend money. It'll be like the time that when I first got involved, they had a deal called Plan B, and that was a free agency kind of a start toward free agency. And every team had to expose so many players. And I was so proud of the fact of how much money, I think the figure was over $2 million at the time. And I was so proud of how much money, I think we outspent everybody in Plan B. And I was very proud of that. You have no idea how that cut into my available funds at the time. I have no idea, but I am excited about doing everything we can now to really have a better record than we had last year, a better team than we had last year. That's why we've been doing what we've been doing with the coaching staff. But to answer your question specifically, I would bet that we will spend more money in free agency than we have.
Spending more money and doing what the Rams did, pushing all your chips in, that's two different things, you know. And that I think you referenced you saying, you know, that postseason meaning we're going to bust the budget. There's a difference between being more aggressive and busting the budget. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're semanticing.
Yes, semanticing is word.
Yes, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. First of all, I want you to know that the only way to push more is for me to go borrow some of my future.
Okay, right.
Okay? Expect me to go borrow some of my future. Okay, so that's one representation that you're thinking of now as opposed to in the future. But I look at things, frankly, beyond that. I look at where we are with Dak, and I look at where he is in his career. And I look at some of the pluses that we have on our front and what we think we can do there and what we can do with Pickens and Lamb and what we can do with our running back that we just signed. And so all of those things, I want to do everything we possibly can to stop somebody and to basically win some third downs more than we did last year. And so I think that would be the area that you would see me bust the budget. Whoever said that earlier. That would where you would see me do that is what we're doing defensively. And I would expect anybody that's a Cowboy fan or a critic of the Cowboys to say, duh, that's not hard to see, Jerry, to do. But I guess what I'm doing is saying, yes, I intend to do that if given the opportunity.
When you look at whether it be through free agency or the draft, what position on defense do you feel like you need to address the most?
Well, that's the diabolical situation. We need more than one good football player, more than two good football players. Additional. That's not to say everything
You heard what I heard.
is about our personnel.
Yeah.
Because if I've ever, on postmortem, if I have ever evaluated anything that had to have everybody, starting with me, contribute to what we did defensively last year, which was really at the bottom. I've never seen a more contributing group than everybody. And not trying to be any way, but certainly I contributed to it. I had an exceptional want to that we were going to have a Overshown back quicker, that we were going to have a Ravel back quicker, that we were going to do some things with linebackers by bringing them in, and we had a lot of things that we put a lot of let's say credibility to being able to do that didn't pan out for us. And that's not the individual players. Individual players play better when the people around them are playing better, which means knowing what to do and not having to think about it and go be as aggressive as you can. They play better. And so this not only caused some guys that may have not been up to what we thought they'd be performance-wise in a play, in a quarter, not necessarily indicting anybody over the year at all. I'm going to great pains not to do that, because if it were just a matter of a few holes, it would be different.
All right, let's talk
Interesting.
about it, man.
Interesting. One of the first things that jump out to me is
Yes, indeed.
how he
Interesting.
said. Oh, go ahead. Okay. One of the things that jumped out to me was how he basically said that we need more than one good football player. That says a lot to me, because of course Jerry could lie and say this and that, But if you remember right, that was one of the main things that he said about Michael Parsons' trade, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he could be a hypocrite. Of course, he can change his mind with more information. You know, all of these things are just being fair could be possible. But that was one of the main things that he said about trading Michael Parsons. He said, we need multiple good football players. Do y'all remember this? Because I'm not just making stuff up. He said, we need multiple good football players, not just one person. Then the other thing he said was he needed to stop the run. Them was the two main reasons why he said he felt like he should get rid of Michael Parsons. So now for us to say, okay, double back, now he's just finna go all out for, again, one player, I just don't think that's smart. I don't think that's what he's gonna do. He just told you we need multiple good football players. Not just one, not just two. Like, we gotta think about what they actually do opposed to what they actually saying. He did that. He already did that. He told you that he wanted to stop the run. We thought it was mumbo jumbo, but then he doubled down and went and got Quinn Williams, y'all. Like, this man, I don't think he bullshitting right now. Like, a lot of the stuff that Jared say be BS. We know how he get down. He talk from out the side of his neck, like we say in the South. He talking out the side of his neck. But at the same time, bro, like, Jared been putting his money where his mouth is as of recent. Them people told us we trying to stop the run. They said that with their chest, did they not? That shit made headlines.
Yes.
That shit made headlines after Michael left here. And then what they do? They brought in Kenny Clark and Osa, and they was like, shit, I don't even know if this enough. They went and traded for Quinn fucking Williams, y'all. They for real about what they saying right now. Like, we can find ways to pluck holes in it, but just being real, 100% honest with y'all, I can't see it right now. Like, Jared said something and he did something. Like, what else you want me to say? I don't know. I think they really speaking on it right now.
Right. He said something. His actions matched the words that came out of his mouth in this particular situation. Because, like you said, they said, listen, we can get multiple players instead of paying Michael Parsons. That's what he said. I didn't put a gun to his head, and then his actions went out there and mirrored exactly what he said. Like, basically, for what we got for Michael Parsons, we got Kenny Clark, Quinn Williams, the 20th overall pick in this draft, because we got that from the Packers. And you can make an argument and say next year's pick, because like, depending on who pick is higher, that's how we were able to get the Quinn Williams deal. So, like, you can say that, and if the long-term deal with Jordan Pickens, goes through, Jerry Jones can make the argument. I turn Michael Parsons into GP to Quinn Williams, Kenny Clark, and the 20th overall pick. That would be Jerry Jones' argument in that statement.
And that sound gangster as a motherfucker if you think about it.
Yeah, I just need them to get, and listen, this is why it's important that they spend in free agency. Because all that shit sounds good, but if they don't go out there and make moves in free agency, all of it is for naught. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to act like, hey, just signing George Pickens back and, maybe re-signing one of our other guys or some shit. That's not free agency. It's not enough for free agency. Like, you got to actually still bring in some outside guys. Like, it ain't gotta be the guys. I don't give a damn if they bring in the Kobe Dean like that. I'll settle for Quincy Williams. Quincy Williams contract probably be cheaper any damn way. They ain't got to bring in, they ain't got to bring in Tariq Woolen. They can get my nigga Eric Stokes. They ain't got to bring in, whoever the best safety is on the market. You could trade for Minka. Throw one of the fists away. I'm hearing, because I seen the report, like y'all seen the report, David Montgomery wants out. Now, he denied it immediately. he denied that shit immediately. Walker trade. Did something just happen?
They traded Walker
trade. Let me see.
Talking about the Seattle running back, right?
I don't know. Because he a pending free agent anyway. But I'll look into it. But point being though is, like, they just got to do things in free agency to make this team better. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't get Trey Hendrickson, can you give me a combination of like Joey Bosa and a dude like you know, like Chubb. Can I get Bradley Chubb and Joey Bosa or something like that to throw on there to be mentors if I do get a Ruben Bain or something? Like, just do stuff to put us in position, you know, for this upcoming free agents, for this upcoming draft process, man. Like, y'all know the infamous thing that I said. I'm never gonna repeat that again. But don't go into the draft hungry. Be satiated, be fed, you know, be nourished before you go into the draft. You ever heard of people eating with their eyes and see some shit that look good and they don't even finish the shit? Yeah, don't do that.
Eyes bigger than your stomach.
What's up, Jay Battle? Hawker trade, okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
yes,
man. We've been on here about an hour and a half though, man. So we can wrap up. We done said pretty much everything we need to say. If anything changes, you'll hear from us again. Listen to Land and depend on him. You got anything else you want to add?
That's it, man. I think we've been pretty thorough today. I appreciate all the love and support. Everybody that came through the trap, came through the liquor store. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We appreciate y'all, man.
Indeed. God bless. And I'll see y'all later, man. And in the words, never look down because the star is up. Peace.
Peace.